At Miami's International Airport, a dedicated black security guard named Marcus Evans was quietly ensuring safety when he was mocked without mercy in front of a restless crowd. "Don't you know your place? Boys stick to fetching bags," the check-in manager sneered, her words cutting deep, sharp as a blade, dismissing him for his skin. No one expected what would happen next. They thought a laugh could bury him, a glance could erase him. But Marcus wasn't just a guard, he was a storm no scorn could stop. 10 minutes later, a hidden truth would unravel, saving thousands, shattering the airport's fragile order. Stay until the end to witness one man's silence spark a triumph that echoes far beyond these gates. Dear viewer, this isn't just a story, it's courage rising from the shadows, a testament to justice in the face of dismissal. If you were him, would you have fought back or stayed silent? Comment below. Where are you watching from? What stirs you most? Subscribe to Unveiled Wealth, where the smallest voice can shake the biggest walls. Now, let's dive in. Marcus stood at the airport's security checkpoint, his navy uniform blending into the crowd, his sharp eyes locked onto a man in a gray hoodie bag, sagging unnaturally, gaze dodging the scanner. Marcus adjusted his radio, pulse racing. He stepped forward, approaching Sarah Coleman, the check-in manager, her nameplate a badge of authority. "Ma'am, that passenger's bag, it's off," he said, voice low, steady, precise. Sarah's lips curled, a chuckle escaping like a knife. "Stick to your job, guard. Leave the thinking to us." Her eyes flicked over his face, his skin, dismissing him without a thought, her voice dripping with disdain, cold, cutting. Passengers shifted, some looked with pity, others with impatience. A woman snapped, "Can we move this along?" Her words stung, deep, but Marcus's jaw tightened. His focus on the man, now nearing gate 17, slipping through the crowd. Marcus wasn't angry, he was determined. He wouldn't let this slide. Not today, not ever. The danger was too real, too close. He'd seen this before. Patterns, errors, the system was failing, and he knew it. He'd been watching, waiting for a moment like this. He stepped back, radio crackling, whispering, "Not on my watch." Sarah turned to the next passenger, her smile forced, fake, unaware of the storm she'd just ignited. Marcus's will burned. He pressed on. He'd seen too many mistakes, ignored too long. This time he'd act. Marcus moved through the airport, radio buzzing. The man in the hoodie had vanished, but his mind raced the bag's weight, the man's nervous glance, the scanner's glitch. He'd seen this before, weeks ago, months ago. He'd been tracking it, noting every error, every bypass on his phone in a hidden file. Gray hoodie, gate 17 at 8:45 a.m., possible bypass, he typed, fingers steady, heart pounding. He knew what this meant. He'd always known the system was flawed, and he was the only one who'd cared enough to see it, to act. Lena, a young security officer with wary eyes, watched him. She hesitated, then stepped closer. Words cautious. "You see something off with that guy?" Marcus nodded, scanning the travelers. System's not catching it. Scanners blind to heavy bags if tagged wrong. "I've seen it before. Too many times." Lena frowned, glancing at Sarah, now barking orders across the checkpoint. "Sarah won't listen. She never does," Lena said. Frustration clear, hands fidgeting with her badge. Unsure, torn, but curious, drawn to Marcus's certainty. Marcus's lips twitched, not a smile, but determination. "Doesn't mean I stop. I can't stop. Not now." Lena's expression shifted, sensing his knowledge, his instinct. Something Sarah couldn't see, something deeper, something real. She saw the scars of dismissal in his eyes, over and over. Yet he stood, still fighting. Sarah strode past. "Evans, carts don't push themselves," she snapped, disdain dripping, her words a whip. The jab stung, but Marcus didn't flinch, the danger too close. He wouldn't let this go. He kept going. He'd seen too much. He knew too much. He was different, always watching, always ready. the threat growing. He wouldn't let it win. Lena's words broke through. "You're sure about this?" Marcus met her eyes. Steady, unyielding. "Sure as I've ever been. I've been waiting for this moment. I knew it was coming." Lena followed Marcus to the security monitor room. He leaned over a screen, replaying footage of the man, fingers moving fast, zooming in a shadow in the bag, missed by the scanner. "There," he muttered, pointing, his tone certain. Lena's breath caught, whispering, "How'd you know to check that? How'd you even see that?" Marcus didn't answer right away. He switched the radio to a secure channel, speaking in clipped codes. "Alpha 7 anomaly at gate 17, request manual sweep." Lena's eyes narrowed. "That's not our protocol. How do you know that code? Where did you learn that?" Marcus turned, eyes steady, a faint amusement, but a tide beneath. "I've been around, Lena. Longer than you think. I've been watching this system fail for months. I've seen the patterns, the errors. I've been trained for this. Trained to see what others miss. Trained to act when no one else will." The words landed heavy, a crack in the image of a simple guard. Lena stepped back, hands trembling, her mind racing. She saw it now. The truth. He was different. He saw what others missed, and Sarah had no idea. Marcus pulled up a file on his phone, weeks of notes, dates, times, errors. "I've been tracking this. Every glitch, every bypass. This isn't the first, but it'll be the last." Lena whispered, You're not a guard. You're something else, aren't you?" Marcus's silence spoke volumes, his certainty a tide, ready to break. The monitors flickered, the tension building. Lena's heart pounded. This was bigger than she'd imagined. Bigger than Sarah, bigger than them all. Later, in the employee break room, Marcus sat across from Lena, hands folded, radio silent on the table. "Why are you here?" Lena asked, tone soft, urgent, her expression searching his face. "If you know all this, why a guard?" Marcus leaned back, his words steady, heavy. "You see people's truth when you're invisible. Managers like Sarah, they don't notice guards. But I notice everything. Every glance, every glitch, every lie. I've been watching, waiting, for a moment like this. I needed proof, something they couldn't ignore. I couldn't act until I knew, until I had it all. The stakes were higher than ever. I couldn't wait any longer." Lena nodded. "That guy's bag, it's not a one-off." "Is it?" Marcus shook his head. "Systems got a blind spot. Software skips heavy bags if tagged wrong. I've been logging the errors for months, watching the patterns. I knew this was coming. I knew someone would exploit it. I just didn't know when." Lena's expression widened. "Someone's gaming it." Marcus's silence answered. A heavy pause. "Help me," he said, tone firm. "We watch gate 17 quietly. We can't let this slip. Not again." Lena hesitated, fingers tapping the table. "Sarah's gonna lose it if she finds out." Marcus's eyes hardened. "Let her. This isn't about her. It's about the passengers, the lives we can save." He stood, adjusting his radio. Lena followed, steps uncertain but resolute. They moved back to the checkpoint. Marcus scanned gate 17 travelers streaming through. The man in the hoodie gone, but the danger lingered, a shadow in Marcus's mind. He wouldn't stop. The stakes were too high. Lena's trust grew, her fear fading. They weren't just watching, they were hunting. Marcus was ready. He'd always been ready. At the checkpoint, Marcus and Lena watched gate 17 blending into the crowd. Marcus's phone buzzed a security alert, a flagged bag. He opened his email, drafting a message to Mr. Torres, the airport's security director. "Anonymous tip," he typed, attaching footage, scanner logs, software flaw, gate 17 heavy bags unscanned. He hit send, pulse racing, fingers steady. He'd been preparing for this. Weeks of evidence, recordings, photos. He'd recorded the glitch, captured the errors, documented every failure. He'd even recorded Sarah's dismissals, her laughter, her scorn, proof, all of it, undeniable. He knew this moment would come. He'd planned for it, Lena whispered. You're going over Sarah's head, aren't you? Marcus nodded. Torres needs to know. Now. I've got proof. Everything. They can't ignore this. Not anymore. He stood, radio crackling. Lena's words trembled, hands fidgeting. If you're right, this is big. Bigger than I thought. Marcus met her eyes, voice steady. If I'm wrong, I'm out of a job. But I'm not wrong. I've been right all along. I've seen this coming. I've got the proof. They'll see. They'll have to see. The words landed, unbreakable, echoing between them. He'd always been different, a man who could change everything. The monitors glowed, the truth waiting to break free. Lena's hands clenched, the moment heavy, a tide about to break, the danger closer than ever. Marcus's proof, his evidence, his quiet fight. It was all coming to light. Now. Here. The airport wouldn't be the same. Not after this. Soon after, in the break room, Marcus leaned back, gaze distant. Lena sat nearby. How'd you learn all this? Marcus spoke, voice low, heavy. Grew up in Overtown. No money, just books. Found one on airport security, read it cover to cover. Kept reading, by 20. I was consulting, unofficial, big airports, small fixes. I learned the codes, the systems, the flaws. I learned to see what others miss. He paused. But I saw how they treated people like me. Guards, cleaners, no one listened. So I became one, to see it all, to fix it from the inside. I stayed quiet, watched, waited. I knew the system would fail. I knew I'd have to act. I've been ready for years, for a moment like this. Lena's expression softened. Respect clear. Why stay quiet? Marcus's lips curved bittersweet. Quiet's where the truth hides. You just look. I looked. I saw. I acted. Lena nodded, understanding, dawning. Marcus wasn't here by chance. He was here to change the game. His mother's words echoed. See what others miss, a lesson that shaped him, drove him. He saw his younger self dreaming of a world he could fix. Now, that dream was here, in this moment, in this fight. I stayed quiet, he whispered, to hear the system fail. And now, it's failing. Lena stood, voice steady, and now Marcus met her eyes, a light shining. Now, we make it right. We save them. All of them. The door creaked open, noise flooding in, time running out. Lena stood, ready, trust unbreakable. By noon, whispers spread through the staff. Sarah stormed into the security office, face flushed, heels clicking sharp. She'd been called by Mr. Torres an email about a security flaw. Her name tied to the oversight. Her stomach dropped, her pride cracking. Who sent that email, she demanded, voice cutting, glaring at Marcus, who stood by the monitor's, posture steady. You're out of your league. Evans. Guards don't play detective. Her words dripped scorn, drawing snickers from two ticket agents, their laughter cruel. Marcus didn't blink. Just doing my job. Ma'am, he said, voice low, defiance quiet. Lena stepped forward, words shaky but firm, hands clenched. He's right. Sarah, that bag was trouble. You didn't listen. You never listened. You dismissed him. You dismissed us all. Sarah's eyes tightened, lips thinning, the room tense, air thick. A radio crackled. Mr. Torres's voice urgent. Evans. Coleman. My office. Now. The agent's laughter died, smirks fading. Sarah's confidence shattered, hands clenching, nails digging in, her mind racing. She'd ignored him, laughed at him, and now she'd pay. Marcus followed, steps measured, Lena trailing, heart racing, resolve firm, the air heavy, a storm breaking. Sarah's scorn had sparked a fire she couldn't control. Marcus didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. The truth was louder, echoing through the walls. The door loomed a threshold. Justice waiting. Mr. Torres's office. Marcus stood tall, uniform crisp. Sarah sat rigid, hands clasped, knuckles white, face tight, breaths shallow. Torres held a tablet, Marcus's email on screen, expression grave. This flaw, he said, voice deep, could have cost lives. How'd you know? Marcus's eyes were steady. I watch. I listen. System's been skipping heavy bags for months. I checked the logs, every entry, every error. I recorded it, documented it. I knew this was coming. I've been ready. Sarah scoffed, voice sharp. He's a guard. He's guessing. Torres ignored her. Prove it. Show me. Marcus nodded. Pulling up footage. Gate 17, 8:45 a.m. Bags tagged as carry-on. But it's too heavy. Scanner missed it. I've got recordings, logs, proof, weeks of it, months. I knew. I saw. Torres's jaw tightened. Show me live. Minutes later, at gate 17, Marcus directed a sweep, voice calm, guiding the team. Alarms blared. A bag, hidden in a cart, held a banned device, edges glinting. The crowd froze. Passengers staring. A woman gasped, clutching her child. An elderly man whispered, "What's happening?" Their voices rising. A wave of shock. Sarah's face paled, words gone, hands trembling, shame washing over her. Her mind flashed to her sneer, her laughter. She'd been so wrong, so blind. She saw her career crumbling. Her scorn had cost her everything. Regret sinking in. Torres turned to Marcus, voice heavy. You just saved thousands. Thousands. Because you saw. Because you cared. The words echoed, irrefutable. Lena's face lit up, tears slipping down, pride swelling. Sarah's hands shook, her authority crumbling. Marcus was a savior now. The crowd's whispers spread, passengers pulling out phones, the story taking flight, a wave of awe, the truth breaking through. Nothing would be the same. Sarah's world shattered, Marcus's just beginning. Hours later, and by late afternoon, the staff gathered. Mr. Torres spoke, voice firm. Marcus Evans found a flaw we missed. Effective immediately. He's our new security advisor. He saw what we couldn't. He acted when we didn't. He saved lives. Thousands. Because he cared. Because he wouldn't give up. Applause rippled, though Sarah's hands stayed still. Eyes down. Face a mask of shame. Breath shallow. Her pride shattered. Her world in pieces. She'd been blind. Torres continued. All staff will retrain on communication. No one gets ignored again. We failed. I failed, but not anymore. Marcus showed us. We listen. We change. Starting now. Sarah was assigned to the first session, shoulders slumped, her heels silent, her presence diminished, a shadow of the woman who'd sneered. She'd lost everything, her arrogance, her power, gone. Lena caught Marcus by the checkpoint, smile wide, expression bright. You did it. You really did it, she said, voice warm, proud. Marcus shrugged, humble. Just wanted it safe, that's all. Always have. A sign went up near Gate 17, Miami Secure Skies, honoring Marcus Evans, a quiet tribute, the airlighter. Staff nodded to Marcus, respect in their eyes, a new energy, a new start. Sarah passed by, steps slow, her expression meeting his, a flicker of regret, a nod. It was enough. Lena handed Marcus a coffee. You're not invisible anymore. You never should have been, she said. Marcus smiled faintly, the day's weight lifting, the sign of beacon, a new beginning, a new fight, a new chance to make things right, to keep them safe, all of them. At dusk, Marcus stood at the airport's edge, radio quiet, Lena's card on his cart. You made us better, thank you. He read it, throat tight, the words sinking deep, a warmth spreading. A young woman snapped his photo. By evening, it was online. The guard who saved Miami's airport. Comments flooded in thousands. Millions. Voices echoing. From London, Tokyo, Lagos. Marcus didn't check. Didn't need to. He walked to gate 17, the sign above, a testament to his courage. It wasn't fame, not glory. It was safety. Truth. A child waved, clutching a toy plane, mother smiling. Unaware, Marcus had saved their flight. His mother's words echoed. See what others miss, a mantra guiding him. He saw his younger self dreaming of a world he could fix. Now, that dream lived. In the sign. In the lives he'd touched. In the airport. In the world. His story wasn't just his. It spread. It grew. It inspired. Passengers whispered his name. Staff changed their ways. The airport changed. The world watched. His legacy taking flight. Touching hearts. Sparking change. Dear viewer, Marcus's story isn't just his, it's ours. What would you do if you saw wrong and could make it right? Comment. What moved you most? What would you do to make justice real? Share this with someone who believes in justice. Join us to make justice a reality. Subscribe to Unveiled Wealth, where silent courage sparks change. This wasn't revenge. It was redemption. Let's stand for justice. Together. A new chapter began. Marcus's legacy soaring, far, wide, unstoppable.